Good morning. It's Sunday morning, and Kathy Zilski's Concord 9th class starts in 10 minutes. I slept in a little bit this morning, which was nice. Just a little bit, but still, I needed to do that. And, I've now been up past my bedtime for 3 days, so, and it'll happen again tonight, so, I needed to sleep a little bit this morning, and I did. But I also got up in plenty of time to finish my picket fence homework, so that's nice because I just get to know that's done for later today. And maybe we will, make it through all the classes today like we did yesterday. I'm a little more iffy on that today because it is Sunday, and I do have get ready for the week things I need to take care of, so we'll see how well that goes. And I'm really excited because I always put music on in the background while I do these classes. I'm trying to talk fast so that I can be ready for class. I already have all of our stuff out because I did that last night. But I'm really excited because I always usually put, and you've probably heard them because I keep forgetting to turn them off, and I'm just really hoping that I don't get a copyright issue on YouTube because of it. Hopefully me talking covers it up enough that it's not an issue because I kept forgetting to pause it. But today I'm going to have to be better about that, though. I always put music on in the background while I do these classes. I usually do that a lot, actually, where I'll have like a video playing and like soft music going in the background. I mean, it's just like a class, right? Like a lot of classes are in convention halls and stuff, and there's always like little music, like elevator style music going on in the background. But my personal preference is Disney music, and it is Sorcerer Radio is my go-to. Like, it's an online Disney radio station, and they play like background music from the parks and stuff. And lately what's been hitting for me is but because it's like background music from the parks and stuff mixed in with the occasional like song from a movie, it's background music, right? And lately I've been driving a lot to their Mocha station, which is their coffee house style station, so they're kind of lo-fi station. But today is October 1st, which means we have officially entered spooky season. I don't do spooky, so you'll always hear me refer to Halloween as spooky season. Because I picked that up somewhere on the internet a couple years ago, and I never stopped using it. So, but it is officially spooky season. And that means their Halloween station starts today. So we're going to put the Halloween station on. I'm super excited. There's 7 minutes to class, so I'm going to get started. And here we go for day 4. I'm not used to saying day 4. This is the first time I've done a 4-day event. So, but day 4, last day. I can't believe it's already Sunday. Weekends go so quickly. I feel like we just started this. So, but we're already here at the end. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to move you. You're going to get that angle for Kathy's class. And yeah, here we go. Okay, so we're back. Kathy Zilski's class is finished. And now we're waiting for Alta-New to start. There's 24 minutes left. I finished Kathy's class early. Look, the lighting in here is really weird today. Oh, it's because this light is on. It'll adjust in a minute. Yeah, so finish that. Waiting for Alta-New. There's 23 minutes left before Alta-New starts. So I'm just kind of hanging out. I finished Kathy's class a little bit early, so I'm already picked up and all of that. I also just started more laundry because, you know, fortunately life responsibilities do not stop for crafting time, even though we all sometimes wish they would, but they don't. So, you know, these half-hour breaks are lovely. And especially when you finish class like 10 minutes early too. So I'll show you the cards from Kathy's class. They're backwards, but so there's this one. Some really fun stencils and stuff from Concord and Mind to make all these really fun cards. This one I think is my favorite of the three. And I can see myself getting some use out of these dies quite, maybe not often because I'm not much of a plant girl, but I definitely could see myself using those multiple times. And then I can't pick this one up, it's stuck on the table, there we go. There's this one with the other stencil. So, very, very fun. And yeah, that's that. The one thing is I'm just not a fan of Concord and Ninth ink. But it's not really the ink's fault, it's the ink pad's fault. I can't stand a foam pad. They just drive me crazy, and I wish I had a reason why, because I want to love them. I just can't. It's not the vibe. Foam pads are not the vibe for me. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I haven't decided if I want to like work on a little something else, or if I just want to start the Alta-New class. I might start the Alta-New class in hopes that I can stay ahead today, and as long as I don't get stuck, it won't matter. But if I can stay a little bit ahead today, and then maybe end a little bit early for myself, you know, I'll still watch the lives and watch the videos and stuff, but just to have a little bit more time this afternoon to like do some stuff and do some other like get ready for the week kind of stuff without being super stressed about it might be kind of nice. So I think I might just start the Alta-New class right now, and then just see it. And this, like I said, as long as I don't get confused with anything, that should be okay. So, which I don't think I will. I kind of looked it over a little bit. So I think that's the plan. I think I'm going to start the Alta-New class. It's about 20 minutes early. But I think that's a good plan. So that's that. I said this morning that I finished the Pink Fresh thing. There was something else too. I went to bed last night and realized I forgot to talk about something. And I really wanted to talk about it this morning, and now I don't remember what it is. I know one thing was the Brutus Monroe class, like his little intro. Christopher is not watching this, I can guarantee that, but on the off chance he is, I really appreciated your little intro because it made me, the music that he used, plus just the way it was set up, made me feel like I was waiting for Fantasmic at Disney World, and I just really appreciated that. That was very nice, kind of exciting. It made my brain very excited. I can't remember, there was something else too, and I can't remember what it was, so I'll come back if I remember it. And that's it, I'm gonna be done. And I'm gonna start this next class. the battery's gonna die. Let's see if we can do this. We're gonna be quick, and I only have 10 minutes anyway. Hero Art starts in 10 minutes. Altenew was the first class I didn't entirely finish, but because I upgraded it and I used some lunar paste on my project, and that needs to dry before I can finish stuff. So hopefully by the time Hero Arts is done, and in that 30 minutes in between Hero Arts and Picket Fence, I can, you know, finish it. But here are the 2 cards that I did get finished. These layering stencils were really, really fun. I didn't get it before the battery died. But anyway, this class was really fun. The one that I can't show you yet because it's drying is actually the one that I think is the coolest, because it's the first time I've used any of Altenew's embossing folders, and B, done it with, used an embossing folder with the layering stencil. But like I said, I busted out my lunar paste for that, and it needs to dry so I can finish it, so I'll show you that one later. And then, yeah, so this was my long break. I got 5 minutes. This was my long break, and so I quick grabbed at lunch and did a couple things, and because my plan of getting ahead did not work, so now I'm just getting everything out for Hero Arts, and then, yeah, so I'm gonna get back to it because I'm a little late now, so. Okay, it's over. Event Fall Crop and Create delivered Fall 2023. Crop and Create delivered 2023. If you're me, hopefully my battery makes it through this. I did not check it before I did this, but it's not blinking at me, so that's a good sign. Anyway, event finished. I actually finished everything today. I know it's been a while because, once again, the afternoon classes, man, those just like get to me for some reason, and I don't know why. But yeah, so we did what you guys last heard. I think I had just finished Altenew, or I was working on Altenew. Yeah, because I was getting ready for Hero Arts. So fun fact, I hate rub-ons, or I used to hate them. I remember using them eons ago, and they always were annoying, and I did not like them, and I couldn't get them to work, and I was always frustrated with them. I was also maybe like 13 or 14, so I don't think we can entirely rule out the fact that I may have just been an impatient teenager. And now at 30, I just, ooh, hello, this is very much in the camera, isn't it? And I wasn't even paying attention. I just have a little more patience for it, maybe, or just ability to deal with the fact that I couldn't just like stick it down and be done. But I tried these ones from Hero Arts, and they are great, and I immediately went and ordered all the Christmas ones. So those are on the way. I did spend some money this time, but it's been a while since I really like treated myself to some crafting goodies, although I will admit I've been quite bad about that this fall, and bought myself quite a few things that I didn't necessarily need to buy myself. But I have to behave myself though, because I do have a few bigger purchases I want to make over the next couple months, so I need to behave myself now. I didn't do too bad. I could have done much worse. I really could have done much worse at not behaving myself. So, although really honestly, Stamptumber got me once. I had to, and to be fair too, some of the purchases were actually things I needed and not necessarily like things I wanted. Stamptumber got me once, and I got stamps and tape runner. Tape runners are a requirement. So, and I needed them because I actually might need to order more. You know, so like that wasn't too bad. And then I ordered magnets and die storage binders. Those don't count because I needed those, you know, to keep things organized. I feel like I got one other thing though from scrapbook.com though, because I doubt I just ordered those binders, and I don't remember what else I got from them. It's bothering me now. I have to look it up. Oh, I did just get those binders. Look at me behaving myself. Wait, no, that's not that. That's not it. Wow, I looked up scrapbook.com and Scrapbook Expo came up. That feels like a blast from the past. Anyway, ooh. Oh yeah, I got blades for my paper trimmers. Neither of those things count. Those are considered essential crafting items and are allowed to be had when they're needed. So like those things, they count, but they don't count. And I don't buy them very often, so. And then the Hero Arts transfers. I got the solar paste coming, and I got some blending foams because I don't have any. I figured out, and after watching both Simon and Jennifer use their blending foams and their pastes and their, with the lunar paste and the solar paste, I want some so that I have them to use with that. I still have the little blending tools, but I got rid of all my blending foams because I have them all attached to the bottom of my distress inks, and that's usually what I would use them for, so I was like, I don't need any more. Lies, because there are in fact other purposes for them. I'm playing with an ink pad, by the way, because you can probably hear that noise. Because I fidget, and apparently this is the fidget toy of the night. So, yeah, so Hero Arts was fun. Hero Arts convinced me I really liked rub-ons. I'm sure you'll see them when they come in because I already have ideas for them. And then I almost went off script and bought something that I've been thinking about making a video for a while. And it's currently all still sitting in my cart. And I'm not convinced I'm not going to buy it yet. I'm going to try to convince myself to sleep on it. But I've been wanting to buy this for quite some time. And I don't know if I think it's going to happen this time. I should wait because it's not on sale. So like part of me is like, wait for Black Friday, let it go on sale. But I don't know. I really want to do the video and I want some Christmassy related things. And it could be helpful for some Christmas videos I have planned. So I may end up caving and buying them. Or maybe I'll just like buy less than what I was planning on. Maybe I'll just get the Christmas ones. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. I have to think about that. And then, because then I also want to use the transfers from Hero Arts for the same video. So I don't know if I really need to buy both of them. But I would like to buy both of them. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm going to give myself a day to think on that one. And then I ordered the Hero Arts transfers. And then I ordered these dudes. These are the paper pouncers from Picket Fence. Did I really need all of them? No. Did they trigger my full set syndrome? Yes. Now it's just, it'll be... I didn't need all of them, but they only come in a set. And I have, like, they came out with these fall colors, but that doesn't really help me in terms of, like, primary colors. And I actually really enjoyed using these. They are different from blending brushes. They're going to accomplish a different goal. Again, am I at a point in my life where I really need them? Probably not. But I have some, I think they can be fun to play with. And they're a very nice sensory toy because they're bouncy. So maybe some of them, like the pink and the orange ones that I have two of, maybe I'll keep the ones that are coming and let them clean and just play with them. But I probably won't do that. But yeah, so these I ended up really liking. So I ended up deciding to get those. Another one was like, I could have probably waited for Black Friday and they'll probably be on a better sale for Black Friday, but I could get them now. And I do like to, when I want to and when I can, I do like to shop these events because that's how you support the other people who are participating. Like by buying the event, you're supporting SCT. But there's so many other people involved in the whole thing that when you then use the discount codes that are provided to you, or even just shop with the companies that participate in general, you help support them and they get something out of it that way too. So I always like to try to shop when I can and when there's something I want that I absolutely cannot live without. Like Lawn Fawn, I would have bought that Happy Harvest stamp, but it was sold out. But that happens. I get it. It's cool. It's okay. That's on my notify me list, and I'll probably pick it up Black Friday weekend if it's back in stock. So, or it's only $16. I might pick it up a different time. Although I've been avoiding their Christmas release, and I saw a couple pictures on their website when I went to look for to put myself on the wait list for Happy Harvest. And I need to avoid that because I really thought I was gonna get away with not eating anything from them this year, and I don't know if it's gonna stay that way. Yeah, so I should have filmed it, but maybe I'll film a little clip in a little bit. No, I'm not going to. I'm too tired. But if you go to my Instagram, which is just Sam's Crafty Castle on Instagram, and it should be linked in the description below and on the YouTube page, or on my like actual channel page. I did do a highlight of everything. So there's a couple other things on there that weren't in the vlogs, like me talking a little bit about the solar paste and the crafter math of my room, and just oopsie, just pictures of all the cards. I was just posting them on my stories throughout the weekend, so there's a highlight on my Instagram page. There's also an Instagram post where you, yes, by the time you're watching this, there's for sure an Instagram post that you can go back and we'll scroll through all of them. And I'm going to take individual pictures probably tomorrow and work on a short and a reel, which you'll have probably seen the short by now, because I think I'm going to use that to tease the vlogs, potentially, depending on when I get it done. But shout out to Grab and Create again, and this is kind of where this was going. It's a huge event to pull off, and it really kickstarted my mojo. It is 9 o'clock at night. It is past my bedtime. I still need to shower and finish up a couple things before I go to bed to get ready for work tomorrow. And I don't want to do any of them. I want to sit in here and I want to make things, and I want to explore all the new things I've learned, and organize all the new products I have, and keep working on the other classes that I haven't done yet, but I need to not do that because that is New Year's Eve project. That's how I always spend New Year's Eve, usually, at least like the 6 p.m. to midnight time is I'll grab a couple Grab and Create classes and work on them. And I mean, who doesn't want to like bring in the New Year crafting? Sorcerer Radio does a New Year's Eve party show, and I usually, or there's a game streamer I watch that does a 24-hour stream for New Year's and celebrates New Year's in every country across the world. And yeah, it's really cool. So usually I either put that on depending on what he's playing. I usually jump in and out as long as he's playing a game that interests me, and then switch between that and the SR Sounds New Year's Eve soundtrack party. So you know, it's always a good time, and I always like I very much look forward to New Year's Eve these days just because of that. So yeah, but like, yeah, these events are always great for giving my mojo a quick start. I'm looking at maybe trying some other ones next year. I don't know though. I've kind of been itching to try the Pink Fresh one because I've heard really good things about that one. The Tailored Expressions one is also on my radar. Potentially the Concord and 9th Holiday one. I don't know if I'd want to do their summer camp, but I don't know if I want to do that intense of a holiday event because it's so close to this one. But I'm keeping my eye out. I've said that before, that I've, you know, kind of been watching for, or thinking about trying like a different event. The thing I like about this one so much though is that it's a little bit of everything. So like, because you get little bits of stuff from every company, not every company, there's a lot of companies out there that there's just not enough hours in the day to have everyone involved, but it's just nice because it's a little flavor of everything. And you know, stuff like the solar paste and the rub-ons and the paper pouncers, like all stuff that kind of pushes me out of my comfort zone a little bit, which I tend to get stuck in quite often. Especially when I'm trying to like keep up with videos and stuff. So it's always nice, and I really like it. I really enjoy it, and it's a lot of fun. But there's so many other things out there to explore too. So that being said, I will probably do this again next year. We'll see, you know, what happens when registration rolls around in March, but yeah, I probably will join next year. That would be my plan right now anyway. Plus it's like, who doesn't like an excuse to block out an entire weekend and spend the entire weekend crafting? The only reason I left my house this weekend was to go grocery shopping, and it was fabulous. Like I kind of wish I love my job, like maybe a little bit too much sometimes, but I don't want to go to work tomorrow just because I don't want to have to drive to work, but I don't like driving. Fun fact about me. So these virtual events where I can just like hang out in my PJs all day and sit in my own craft room, my own space, fabulous. That's why I like them so much. That being said, I need to show you cards because I need to, and I need to go to bed because tomorrow I need to come in here and clean everything up and get ready for an in-person event I'm going to on Tuesday. I was not paying attention to the dates when I invited this person. My local rec department has a card making class, and I wanted to try it, and I asked my aunt to go with me, and I was not thinking about the fact that it was essentially the same week as this. But that's okay, we'll just do it all at once, right? So I wanted to try it out. I may continue to go alone eventually, but if I like it. But she's like, I'll come with you for the first time, and I was like, cool. So anyway, I have to pack up a bag for that so that I have all of my supplies for that. Let's do cards. Or do you guys want to do, let's do cards. No, let's do that at the end because I want to do all of them. So let's do Adhesive Graveyard. The final Adhesive Graveyard is, oh gosh, it's stuck. Who would have thought that? It's sticky. Still just the 2 tape runners because I did not use almost any tape runner today. Like this one is still pretty full. And I just changed it last night. So I did not use a whole lot of tape runner today actually. Yeah, because almost everything has foam tape on it. That's why. So yeah, I did not use a lot of tape runner today. I used a lot more foam tape. And speaking of foam tape, I just like breathed in a little paper piece or something. I used up the foam squares, which these are actually the ones that were sent with the event, which is kind of nice because I have a ton of foam squares. And they always send us some, which is great, but it's kind of nice that I used them up. So yeah, that's Adhesive Graveyard. You can tell I'm tired because it's taking me like 10 minutes to process any kind of thoughts. Towel. Here's the towel. So, I mean, it definitely like got onto the other side, but I'm definitely going to cut it in half here and just use, well, you can't even see what I'm doing. I'm going to cut it in half here and just use this side going forward for the rest of the classes, because everything that's on this side is just bleed through from me having it folded in half. So I'm going to cut it and then keep this with the other classes I have to do and keep using it with the other classes. And so hopefully by the end of the year, / maybe sometime in the spring, I'll have this done and I'll have it all hung up and cute and stuff. So I'm going to actually just toss that in that box right now. And because it's pretty dry. So now let's do cards. It's already, yeah, it's 9 o'clock. Sammy's got to hurry up so she can go to bed. Okay, these are a hot mess today. Okay, so let's go backwards like we did yesterday. And we'll go through the entire event today. So, first up we have, Big Events class. I didn't even really talk about it, short of the paper bouncers. So I was like behind in the Hero Arts class somehow. And, because So I was ahead and then I was behind. And, which happens to me a lot actually, but I kind of was debating even doing the picket fence class. So I was looking at the clock and I was like, okay, well I gotta like make dinner, because I make dinner on Sunday nights and then I split that up and that's lunch for the rest of the week when I'm at work. And so I had to do that. And I was like, well, that kind of has to happen. I started to get hungry. I started to get tired. And I was like, well, maybe I'll just skip the picket fence class and catch up on it later. And I was a little bit sad in that decision, because I was like, I was doing so good though, and I was going to finish all of them, and it was going to be great. And then, yeah. So, I ended up doing them anyway. And I actually really enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm a big fan of these paper pouncers now. And I did it during the Jennifer's like mix it up video, which was great as always. I guess I didn't mention it because why wouldn't it be great? It's Jennifer McGuire. When does she when does she make a video that's not great? So I did it during that, and then I finished it during the wrap up live. So here we go. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I wish it was leaves instead of feathers. But that's okay, I'll deal with it. But I would have rather it was leaves. Which is now making me want to get Gina's Autumn Leaves die. Because I don't have that and I kind of want it. And it's out of stock, so I can't have it anyway. And, you know, I can't have it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then there's this one. This was a stencil. I don't know if they have other stencils like this. I should have looked on their website, but I didn't. And maybe if I do that while I'm editing, I'll like put a little blurb out there. But I'm kind of bad about doing things when I'm editing that I say I'm going to do. But like when we got it, it was this big, long, I can't even turn it back into the big long thing it was. But it's a layering stencil, but it was like this big long sheet. And then you cut it into 4 pieces. And then used it. So that was kind of fun and kind of different. Like a layering stencil that was just one gigantic long sheet. But yeah, so there's that. And then we did Hero Arts, which is over here. We did 4 cards in Hero Arts. That's probably why it took me so long. But we did them. Like, okay, I had to have an extra, like, 20 minutes on Hero Arts because Altenew finished early, and I still got behind. That's really frustrating to me right now. But here we go. So on this one, the greeting, the sentiment is one of the rub-ons. They call them Hero Arts transfers, and they are so easy to use. There's not a transfer on this next one. But they're so easy to use and they look so good and so much better than I remember them being and so much easier than I remember them being. And there's more in my box because they can't, the scrapbook, oh, I'm going to cut myself off too because my time's about to run out. But scrapbook.com sent us rub-on transfers as well. This one, the flower and the greeting is the rub-on or transfer. So, yeah, and I mean, okay, I guess they're not that different from the adhesive transfer from Thermoweb, are they? Or Pink and Main, apparently. I haven't used those ones yet, but I guess I didn't really think about that, because I do like those. But these are so pretty. Luckily, I'm not at the point in my life where I usually need a ton of sympathy cards. Not to say I don't ever need them, because I'm reaching that point in my life, but not all the way there where I need them super often. And where I'm like reaching the point in my life where I need them slightly regularly at times, but not that I need them like all the time yet. So I you know, I don't use them very much, but I do really like these transfers. And because this is the greeting and everything else on here is a transfer. So like these are really nice. They said these are coming out later this year sometime. Or like not later this year, it's basically the end of the year. They're coming out early next year sometime. Words, guys. Okay, This was Altenew. These ones were really pretty. You know, Altenew does a lot of florals, but I already have a lot of florals, so I don't tend to gravitate towards a lot of their florals. Just because I have so many. Unless they're roses, I have a thing for roses. If anyone comes out with a rose set, it's probably coming home with me. Or daisies. My two favorite flowers are roses and daisies. But these are peony style, they said. But these layering stencils were so nice. Like the color and stencils were so nice and so different from other places. And I really like them. If I had them out, I'd show you. But they worked really nice. Like everything was like on one stencil and it's all sectioned off. Jennifer's video, she cut them up. Jennifer McGuire is a brave lady. We know that. I could not do that because I will lose them. They gotta stay together for me. That's why I don't cut up my stamps and stuff either. Like, definitely something you can do. Not something I'm like against. I know there's a lot of people who are like, no, that's horrible. You can't cut your stamps. I would absolutely do it. But if I did that, game over. Stamp lost. I lost a die from Lawn Fawn in here somewhere during doing my homework for Lawn Fawn class. And I still don't know where it is. So I think it's just gone. It's okay though, because between scan and cut and it's a small image, I can fussy cut it. Life will be fine. This is going to cut me off in a little while, so I really apologize if it cuts me off in the middle of the card. This is a one-layer card, which you can kind of tell because got a little ink splooshies there. But this one just uses the stencil. So this one, there's kind of three different things going on here. This one uses the stamp and the stencil. This one is just the stencil and the stamp set for the greeting. But other than that, it's just the flower using the stencil and some fancy blending. And then this one was the one I was most excited to do. Uses the embossing folder, which I know Altenew's been coming out with embossing folders that coordinate with their florals and stuff for a while now. And I always was just kind of like, I don't understand what to do with that. And this was really nice to like get a taste of like, this is what you do with that. And then I used, this was the card I upgraded because they wanted you to use pigment ink. The Altenew has some gold pigment ink to do the frame. I do not have that. Oh, my battery's gonna die. It's gonna cut me off for the time. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna have to fix all that. And but this is the embossing folder, so it's how the stencils work with the embossing folder, and that was really cool to see and kind of make sense of because it always had confused me. So I used Lunar Paste because I didn't have that was going. I used Lunar Paste because I didn't have the gold ink, and I was also thinking it'd be fun to do it with Deco Foil transfer gel and then run it through the stencil, you know, through your laminator and foil it that way. But I knew that wasn't happening today, so I went with the Lunar Paste. How many will I get done before my battery dies? Probably not many, because it usually dies pretty quick once it starts flashing. So this is Concord and 9th. I'm going to speed it up. This is Concord and 9th. These were all different layering stencils, and this was a die set. I love this die set. It's so cute. It cuts out all the different plots and all the different like succulent planty things. So many combinations, and now I have a whole bunch that is sitting in my little ready to go box that I can pull out and use. And then this was more layering stencils. So that's Concord and 9th, and those are all the new ones from today. So I'm gonna go really quick through these ones. Will I do it in 2 minutes? I have 2 minutes to do it, assuming the battery doesn't die. So here's all the Brutus Monroe ones. And then Lawn Fawn. And then Stamps of Life with all the interactive ones. Oh, this one opens this way as well. And a little taggy on this one. And then the Fancy Folds with Gina. Sarah Stepper card. Simon Hurley with all the solar paste and the lunar paste and all the fun mixed media stuff and stencils and stamps, and he kind of hit everything. And then last but certainly not least, those darling rubber stamps with the fun birds. And I'm going to just make my 2-minute cutoff. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And I'll see you again real soon. And have a crafty day.